Dumb and Dumber 2 is directed by the Farrelly brothers, and it stars Jeff Daniels, Jim Carrey, and Rob Riggle. Laurie from The Walking Dead is also in this movie. Dumb and Dumber 2 takes place about like 20 years after the first one, and it's set in 2014, and basically what Lloyd has been doing is that he's been tricking Harry, and he basically pretended that he was in old folks' home and he's gone like mentally insane for about like 20 years. They find out that Harry needs a kidney transplant, and then Harry also has a daughter that Lloyd finds very attractive, and then they go out to find her. So yeah, I was really excited for this movie. It looks really funny. I really love the first Dumb and Dumber. Actually, like, it's one of my favorite comedies. It has so many classic scenes. And how was this movie? For the most part, I thought it was pretty funny. The first hour of this movie had me honestly dying on the floor. There's a few scenes in this movie that really, I was crying and I was laughing so hard. Like, there's a scene involving, like, it's a car, Rob Riggle's in the back seat, and it involves farting, and it's one of the funniest, I never laugh at fart show. Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey just have really good chemistry, and they still have it, honestly. They just performed so well together. Jeff Daniels, I feel like, was too cartoony in this movie. I feel like he kind of lost what he had in the first one. I feel like the character that he played, Harry, in the first movie was not as dumb as Lloyd was. In this movie, they're equally stupid. Jim Carrey brings almost all of the laughs to this movie, honestly. He had me rolling on the floor. My problem with this movie is that it starts to drag in the second, like, half of this movie, and the jokes aren't, like, as funny in the second half. It almost feels like two writers wrote the second half of this movie, because the second half of this movie is just not very funny, and it drags on way too long. Still though, this was a pretty funny movie, and I would kind of recommend it if it was at matinee price. I'm gonna give Dumb and Dumber 2 like a 3.2 out of 5. It's not a very good movie, but it's funny. What can I say? I'm a 13-year-old boy. I like slapstick humor. Thank you guys for watching. This is Big Oink signing off.